Hey there, it's Bobby Legs, and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. And today, another German watch collection update. And I also want to touch upon the article that came out in Monochrome about a week ago, where they were talking about the trailblazers of German independent watchmaking. And I want to talk about how that relates to my collection. Now, if this is the first time you've visited my channel, well, welcome. Please like and subscribe and click that bell icon so you can get updates every time I upload new videos if you like what you see here today. I typically do reviews and streams and topic videos, but I really love German watches. I am by no means an expert on German watches. I just find them fascinating, and I want to share my interest with you. And hopefully, in time, I get more and more knowledgeable, and I see more and more German brands, and I can present that to you. But let's get started now. Updates from the last German watch collection update. I think I had mentioned that the Sinn 857 that I had was being sold or in the process of being sold in order to raise funds for another watch that I will show you very shortly. So that watch is gone, and I've added a new watch. So let's start off with the Sinns. As you guys know, you've seen these before. This is the Sinn U50. Now, this watch has really become my daily driver. I love this watch. It is so comfortable. Let me see. Sorry, let me get this on screen. It is so thin. For a 500-meter diver. I really love it on this rubber strap. It's got the tegmented technology. Just a great daily wear. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. Let me throw this on wrist. And the dimensions of this watch fit it perfectly. It is, I believe it's a 41 millimeter case diameter. Sorry if I'm off. But the lug to lug is around 47, 48. The thickness it's just under 12 millimeters. Such a great fit. The rubber strap is great, like I said. And I almost forget sometimes that it's on wrist. Just a great, tough watch. I can knock it around. Great daily driver. Seriously, it's really exceeded my expectations. For the, I knew I was going to like it, but I really love it. Next up is my Sinn 903 chronograph. I love this watch. It is so cool. If you think you've seen this watch before, you may have, but it's probably under a different brand name, Breitling. There's a whole history, relationship between Sinn 903 and the Breitling Navitimer. But this watch is excellent. Very accurate, as it should be, right? We want our chronographs to be accurate because we are absolutely timing things. I don't really use the chronograph function that much. I have used it in the past for timing my wife, seeing how fast she goes when she's driving. We play a little game where I see how I can calculate how fast she's going, and then find out if I'm right or not. So we have a little bit of fun there. Great looking watch. Lejeune Perret 8000 movement, which is basically at a 7750, and it's got a column wheel modulation on it. Just an awesome fun watch. I'll throw this on wrist as well. Fits me great. No complaints. Man, it just looks so good. I love wearing this out. When I'm hanging out, wearing with some jeans and a t-shirt. I don't know why I'm telling you that. You can wear it however you want. Sometimes I wear this with shorts, sometimes I just, wear this while I'm cooking. Anyway, awesome watch. Great on this strap here. I don't know. I may buy a bracelet for it one day, but right now, I kind of do. I like my chronos on leather straps or rubber straps. So my buddy Chaz sent me a rubber strap that would fit this too. So I'm going to give that a shot one of these days, especially when it gets hotter out. It'll make more sense to take it off the leather and put it on a rubber strap. So now let's get into my other two German watches, and these are the dress watches in the collection. And this is where that article on Monochrome ties into this. And I'll put a link to the article in the description below. But this is a Jaeger M Benzinger vintage edition, hand guilloche, just a beautiful, beautiful watch. Look at that movement. It is just awesome. So the article was talking about some of the trailblazers in German independent watchmaking. And one of the first people that they mentioned is Joachim Benzinger. He is a master at the guilloche engraving. And he's done the dial here, of course, and the back of the movement. And it's really, he's like the only guy in Germany that's using these big machines to do this. And so I feel like it's just an art form or a skill that is not really being pursued or taught as much anymore. Maybe there's not a lot of people who can do this well. Look, I don't know the inner workings of like Breguet, for example, like how they build things. I know they do hand guilloche dials. I don't know if they have a team of like 10 individuals who are doing that, who are just masters as well. They could be, for all I know. But I feel like this is a lost art, especially when you see a lot of brands using machined guilloche, CDC or printed or stamped, guilloche on their dials, which is fine, but the hand engraved stuff, that's an art form, and it's worth the extra expense. And why this watch is so special is because, like this one, like the next watch I'll show you, is a watch that I've been, looking forward to, like adding to the collection for a while, and I finally got an opportunity to do so. And at this price, if you go to watchbuys.com here in the US, you can get this watch for around $4,300, a little bit over $4,300. And in my opinion, for $4,300 for a watch that is mostly hand guilloche'd, that is a bargain. Some of these other brands and watchmakers are, you're looking at high 4 digits and into the 5 digits price wise. So I feel like this is such a bargain. It still can be had. Supposedly there's only 40 pieces being made. Benzinger had partnered with Jaeger to put this one out. Benzinger also has his own line of watches. He only makes about 100 a year. So it's really an art form that I think, I don't know. I don't want to be fatalistic, but I think it's a dying art form. And I'm so happy that I was able to get a watch with that immense skill applied to it, and it's such a good looking watch, and it's very Breguet like, right? But look at this movement, the engraving. It is just spectacular. Look, I don't know if this movement is anything to write home about. It is an old stock manufactured movement, so it's not like it was built in house. But anyway, it's just a hand movement. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know if it keeps really great time. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I don't really care if this keeps really great time. If it's off by 20 or 30 seconds a day, I can live with that. This watch to me is more than just a timepiece. It's an art piece, and that's how I view it. So wow, just really, really grateful to have one of Joachim Benzinger's watches. And the next piece is by another watchmaker that was showcased in that article, and that is Stefan Kudoke. And this is the Kudoke 2 with the salmon dial. Stefan won the Petit Aiguille Award in the Grand Prix de l'Horlogerie de Genève back in 2019, which is like, it's a mouthful. Sorry if I butchered the French, but that's like the Oscars. That's how it's been described, as the Oscars of watchmaking, and it's really propelled him to come to almost like stardom. Like, if you're a watch enthusiast, chances are you have heard of Stefan Kudoke now. you know. And so I'm really, really fortunate to get this piece. You know, for a couple years I've been eyeing it, and the prices have been going up and up on it, and deservingly so. The more notoriety he gets, so I kind of had the last opportunity, I think, and I took advantage of to get this watch. You know, and you know, if I'd waited any longer, I don't know if I would have been able to pull it off. But look at this thing; it's so beautiful. The movement, oh man! I mean, look at the engraving on the balance cock there. It's just an awesome piece. Day-night indicator with the moon and the stars and the sun over here. Just an awesome, beautiful watch. Totally in love with it. It is my evening watches. Both of these are my evening watches, and I just feel so fortunate to be able to have both of these in my collection. You know, from watchmakers who are just, you know, revered for their skill, and to be able, for a humble guy like me, you know, who doesn't, you know, I'm not rich, you know, I do okay. We have a comfortable life, but by no means am I, you know, loaded and can afford a crazy watch collection. But being able to make it work and to get these two in a collection, and then have these guys, you know, recognized in an article like that by Monochrome. It's weird. When I read that article, I had this sense of pride. Like I was like a proud father. You know what I mean? That I had these two. Now the other two watchmakers mentioned were Marco Lang, and his watches are just fantastic. And if you have a chance to take a look at some of his collection, please do. But now we're looking at some prices that are just way up there. Something that probably cannot afford unless, you know, I hit it big in the crypto market or hit the lottery. But also what showcased was Dornbluth and Zahn, and that's another watchmaker that I've been following for a while, and I'm hoping that within the next year or so I can add I'm looking at the 99.2, the Dornbluth and Zahn 99.2 in the medium. It has small seconds and a power reserve indicator on it. They look like deck watches, marine watches. Just an awesome looking watch, and great watchmaker. So hopefully I can add that to the collection and have like 3/4 of the German independent watchmaking trailblazers in the collection. I mean, how insane would that be? And so awesome. Anyway, guys, I love geeking out on watches, especially German watches, and I hope you guys do too. And anyway, if you have any comments or suggestions or whatnot, please put it in the comments below. I really like connecting with you guys and chatting it up. And until then, I will see you in the next video.